Thank you, everyone, for joining today's discussion. We are going to talk about a very important topic that young people like yourself have expressed great interest in: employment, or specifically, youth employment. And unsurprisingly, this was also one of the core themes of the G20 youth representatives that was discussed recently. Let me start with you, Mattia. I know you have been on student exchange and traveling around Europe. So in relation to that topic, can you tell me what students in Europe care about?
Very different situation, and sensing different situation according to the country. For example, in Italy, immediately after the high school, you should go to university, and the first goal should be to finish university as early as possible and with the higher grade as possible. Started Politecnico, I was fascinated by the joint venture that Politecnico has with Tsinghua University. We have only few places available to study there for a semester or for like 1 year, and you need to be very, very good, move there, get scholarship, only the best in class come. Despite, for example, I have met here a German guy who told me that in Germany it's not like that. Many guys in Germany after the high school went to work for 1 or 2 years. They try to understand what they like, what they don't, and then they start university. But for them, grade is not like problems. I mean, as far as they pass the exam, they don't care if it's with A, B, C, or and so on. And the same situation is in France. Like grades are not important.
Very interesting indeed. So is it easy to get a job nowadays?
To be honest, yes. Like in Italy, there's a big request. Maybe it's not like extremely well paid. I mean, it's on average, but the job request is very high, and also it's very difficult to find young guys willing to work, because maybe they prefer to lay in some university, because like studying is not as hard as work, in my opinion.
Sometimes the youth complaint, or the people when they get their PhD degree, they complain about the employment. So I really criticize the people. I don't want to criticize the government. Yes, the government started the initiative. They're providing the 1-year internship. It's up to you. You will just you will choose 5 universities in the countries, and then that will just give you and paid internship. That is a kind of job equal to assistant professor. It's very lovely to see that the government is focusing on the youth employment. Again, it's up to the youth that you have. Suppose if you are a medical student, whether you are an engineer, whether you're a political student or something like so. I mean, the youth responsibility is that to study well and then go and just explore and contribute.
Fascinating policies that the Pakistani government has for PhD graduates, giving them a great safety net. Though increasingly self-employment and entrepreneurship have become a popular choice among young people. Are governments supportive of this direction, though?
I think that from the government point of view, they are not doing a lot. So it's kind of, okay, the trend is growing. Politicians in Italy, they are not like taking like actions or writing laws to encourage or discourage social media and social media entrepreneurship. Nowadays, you can sell very easily on Instagram in Italy. And I know because my girlfriend, she did a period, like she was doing handmade bracelets, rings, and necklaces.
I happen to own a small online shop myself as well. So lots of these shops on Instagram, social media especially. So social media marketing is another one. So as this business open up, you find others are also starting social media marketing businesses, or like you want to own a business, but you don't quite have the time to manage it. So someone's like your shop manager. So it's an interesting space, interesting to see it grow, but I don't think there's one particular sector that people are really focusing on. But the clothes business is a really big one. And most of these clothes are imported from mostly China and Turkey. Yeah, that's also a big one.
Informal and non-standard form of employment was one of the sub-themes of the youth representatives in this year G20. So to wrap up today's discussion, I wonder, can anyone share what other trends are you seeing among young people in relations to alternative employment options or entrepreneurships?
The social enterprise institute of volunteering in our country is very developed, I would say. and it's very supported by the state also. And there are quite a huge vast variety on initiatives also organized by just people, and also the state projects help to like seek or ill children, also supported by the media of the state, who invite to help people and children. Then there are also, well, people volunteer in different spheres. For instance, just they organize volunteering groups on Donbass, helping migrants. Well, charity, official volunteering with merchandise and stuff. So at different levels.
A friend of mine from Italy, he has a 3D printer. It's a very interesting trend, actually. He's doing components for bicycles for a shop. So basically, he's manufacturing in his, he's a mechanical engineer. He likes drawing with CAD, AutoCAD. And so he drew components for bikes, for racing bikes, competition bikes. And he sells that components to the shop. And that's kind of entrepreneurship, I think, in a little way, but still it's an opportunity to do something on your own.